Hello, everybody. How's it going? It is Matt, and it is Maniac Monday, and I am back at you with yet another review. Before I roll on any of that, I want to wish each and every one of you a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Do me a really huge favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing your beautiful faces when I am here. I know it's an awful lot, but I just got bombarded with a lot of reviews to do. Next month will be the same. It's going to be a lot of stuff. So look forward to that. And one last little tidbit of information. Check out the description box. I give you your brief synopsis, your starring cast, your director, runtime of the cut I am watching, along with a link for a trailer, a link for where you can purchase it, and if you decide, you can also toss me a couple of bucks and you can help support the channel. So I give you a link for that as well. So there's a little bit info for a little bit bigger, a little more information for each film that I always put in there for you for every day. So with that, all of that out of the way, let's roll on to the film of the day. And today's came out back in 2021. It is a very fun little film. Came out from Joe Sherlock. It is none other than Channel 99. Yes, what a fun little anthology of a film this is. It is basically set up like an 80s television channel that is running all these different shows, and you get to see all these interesting stories all throughout. Stuff that involves aliens, stuff that involves zombies, to a werewolf type creature, to just everything in between, to witches and killers and just everything. There's just all that you can think of. Wait, I know there's no witches in this one. No, sorry about the witches. But there is all the other things. Yes. Yes. Sorry, I'm a huge fan of Danhausen, and every now and again the Danhausen always comes popping through. I know, I'm weird. But anyways, what is this movie about? Like I said, it's set up like an 80s channel. You get all kinds of different fun little stories. One of my favorite stories happens to do with a man who calls a woman and from a classified section, and they are going to have a dinner date, and he orders her some pizza and proceeds to go over to the cupboard, pulls out a jar of mayonnaise, goes over to the drawer, pulls out one singular spoon that is the one and only singular spoon in the drawer, by the way, and the one and only singular jar of mayonnaise the only thing sitting in the cupboard. And he takes it over. Dinner is served, and he proceeds to open up said jar of mayonnaise and eat dollop after dollop after dollop until it is completely gone. I really hope for Birch's sake which Birch is a character that I love. Dale is my favorite Joe Sherlock actor. He is one of those that he has popped up in all three films of his that I've reviewed, and I have loved him in all three of them. Granted, his parts were smaller in both the first two that I reviewed. This one, he has a bigger part. He is in several stories. He plays the Birch character in all of them. I really enjoy it. But for his sake, I hope Dale really didn't have to eat a whole jar full of real mayonnaise. If so, damn, that had to have been rough. I hope that you really love mayo, and that is true dedication to your craft right there, my friend. I appreciated that. That made me just like laugh and cringe at the same time. And then you get a lovely story of a man whose girlfriend or wife, whatever she is, comes back to him after she leaves for a while. He is visited every morning by his landlord, who comes in for a fresh hot coffee. She seems like a very nice lady, but I would be annoyed if my landlord came by or the bank. We don't rent, we're purchasing to own. But if the bank came by every day wanting free coffee from me, I'd have to eventually tell them to jog on. But either way, she's there to gossip and talk about people that have been hurt and brutally murdered in the neighborhood as of late. And now she has to find a tenant for that one. And then eventually she has to find a tenant for another girl who lives across the way. The police eventually come in and question him, and they're wondering if he's the culprit. One of those ordeals. You see where things are going, because homeboy works the night shift. His wife or girlfriend, his spouse, I'll just say that, his significant other, his spouse, is constantly getting food in the middle of the night and being too full to eat when he comes home in the morning. So and when he goes to leave for his shift at night, she's always in the bathroom and she is transforming. Very cool story. Now, there's also another story where a girl gets scared over and over and over again, which it's part of that footage was used for the previous film that I reviewed for Joe, which was Beyond the Wall of Fear. There was some footage from that used in this, I'm okay with that. They added extra stuff to change it just enough to where it wasn't like watching a Jess Franco film. It actually made sense where, it was coherent, where a filmmaker is making more than one film at once. It worked. It worked really well, and I appreciate every moment of this movie. I think it is very fun, very cool. There is also, I really don't want to give away too many of the stories because they're short. They're so short. Some of them are so short that it will really change the vibe and everything overall. Now, there is also another one I do want to talk about. I'm basically just talking about my favorite ones. Another one where a girl is having a party. She has all of her friends over, and there is a video nerd there that I absolutely like his character. Kaufman was his last name in real life. I forget what Yagal, I think, was what his name was. Either way, I'm sorry if I'm wrong on your first name, but I liked him. I thought he was a cool character. But her friends come up with this plan to all disappear during the party so that her and him can be alone together. And lo and behold, a killer arrives and is killing people left and right. Very cool story as well. I really, really, really enjoyed that one. There is another great one. The very last story on here, Pickman's Model. That's what it is, Pickman's Model. That story was very, very good. I absolutely adored that one. I think it is probably my second favorite one out of them all. The dating one was my favorite with Birch. I thought that was just absolutely just perfect, everything about that one. But Pickman's Model, basically we got like a girl who comes and does nude modeling for our artist Pickman, who is played by Joe Sherlock himself. Amazing artistry, by the way. I was just loving all the art that was in that segment. I thought it had some really neat, beautiful artwork in there. I think it would look great on people's walls. I'm not gonna lie. But he's having trouble with rats, and you find out why, and it just goes crazy from there. It's a very, very cool story. I really enjoyed that one a lot. Now on to the three things that I always like my films to meet. It meets all three with stunning precision. Precise precision. That sounded so stupid, Matt. It hit with stunning precision. I absolutely love the audio. The audio works very well. Joe is no slouch when it comes to making films. He knows what he's doing. So I appreciate every moment of his work, because he's not just a B grade filmmaker. He makes them on A grade levels. So it is... Oh, sorry, my cat's trying to jump in here real quick. Go away, buddy. You can't come over here. Oh, never mind. He does what he does. But anyways, it gets an A+ on the audio, and I really enjoyed every moment of it. Gotta love pets. On to the dialogue. The dialogue is my favorite part about Joe Sherlock films. He always has fun dialogue. Always has something witty, something very, very interesting to say. His characters are always delivering some of the best one-liners that there is, and I just really enjoy every bit of the dialogue for this film. I think it really works, and it is very good. Editing. Dialogue gets an A+. So we got an A and an A+. Now on to the editing. The editing gets an A+ as well, because the thing with anthology films, you have to be able to know how to edit them together to make them work perfectly, because you don't want your momentum to go in the wrong direction. And it never does go in the wrong direction once during this, and I am very, very much a huge fan. I hope all of you guys run out and check out Channel 99. It is 100% worth it. So is Beyond the Wall of Fear, and what was the first movie of his that I did? It was Drifter, which was just stunning, which Bob Olin has a small part in the party segment that I was talking about. He's great in there. There's this a whole thing where they tell him, "Oh, you need to go outside and smoke." He goes out there and he's feeling his pockets and he's looking and he's like, "Shit, I don't smoke." I laughed so hard. I don't know why I did, but it just made me laugh so hard. I wanted to pass the poor guy a cigarette and say, "Here you go, bud." It was great. So it gets an A+ on its editing as well. So there is a lot of fun stuff. And I would like to add on the performances as well. The performances get an A as well. They are all stunning and great and fun. Nobody drops the ball, especially the Gary segment. I love the guy that plays Gary. I think he's another great, fun Joe Sherlock character. There's just so much great performances in here, and I thought for what he has and what he's working with, they really accomplished this one and hit a home run out of the park. It is 100% worth every penny. So if you guys do hop out and get a copy, do definitely give this one a watch right away. It is so much fun. Now, with all that said in mind, let's roll on to the 1 through 5, and I'm going to give this thing a 4 out of 5. Yes, it is a very good movie. It is by far, I would say it's my second favorite film from Joe that I've watched so far. Beyond the Wall of Fear is my favorite. Drifter is very good as well. The next one I will be doing from him will be next week, and that is Blood Creek Woodsman. That's the next one in line, I believe, for Joe Sherlock films, which I am very, very excited to check that one out. Now, so with all that said in mind, what do we got coming in tomorrow? Tomorrow is a Kelly Helen Thompson film with 6 strings, which I'm very much looking forward to. It will be a 100% jump out of my realm. It is a music oriented film. It's not a musical, I would say, but it is music oriented. So look for that. And then the following day, on the 20th, we'll have the Embalmers for Wednesday. Thursday will be Rebirth. Friday will be Real One, and I will not be here on Saturday or Sunday. So, yeah, look forward to all those for the rest of the week. And then next week, we'll hop on into some other fun stuff. So, anyways, I love all your faces, and I can't wait to see you tomorrow. And as always, peace.